Orixiam.
Yes.
As you toss and turn in your bedroll, your mind drifts amidst the draconic imagery that has so dominated your recent years. A familiar voice draws you from your slumber. One from your past that fills you with dread yet drips with promises. As is often the case with your dreams, you find yourself floating above the camp, but your keen eye discerns that this graveyard is far better tended to than it was when you fought those undead horrors moments ago. There are one or two less graves as well. So, you decide, I am in the past. Suddenly your essence is wrenched across a Sopherone night, south across a vertex crux, and down towards the coast. Wine country. Your consciousness settles in the great hall of a manor house, richly furnished and old. A ritual happening by the fireplace, two men in the presence of a powerful entity. A familiar entity. That pull again, and you're dragged beneath the large flagstones in the great hall. Down, down, and further down you're pulled, through rock and dirt and earth, until you emerge in a large cavern, richly decorated with draconic trappings and lavishly furnished. Several figures, heavily robed, stand around a large brazier, peering into it intently. You drift slowly over and hover above their shoulders, seeing now an image of the great hall you just left. Soon, one of them hisses beneath a low, heavy hood. Silence! The wolf arrives, led by the cub. The larger figure snaps. This one wears blue robes, different from the others and more ornate. He is irrelevant for now, but will play his part towards the end. The image in the brazier flares to life, revealing detail and hints of color. A young man with red hair walks into the great hall, full of the joys of youth and young love. By his side, a young lady. He stops in his tracks, stunned by the scene of the fireplace. In the cavern below, the figures lean closer. Riveted by the unfolding scene. The two men in the hall above, one far older than the other, react to the intrusion and speak to the young man, although you can't hear their words. Complete the ritual, the figure in the blue robes hisses, and with that, the older man in the chamber above crushes the skull of a wolf in the fireplace with a small hammer. Crack! In an instant, the young girl is turned to ash. Her companion, an expression of pure horror in his face, is lifted up into the air by what are clearly arcane means. Silent words are exchanged, and he drops to the ground. Looks around and stands up, grabs an antique polearm from above the main door and flees the house, not daring to look back. Your vision snaps back to the cavern and the young lady that has materialized in the altar at the far end of the chamber. The robed figures rush over to examine her, but are held back by the figure in the blue robes. She awakens, eyes wide with terror. I am the dragon snake, the figure says. You are the dragon's wolf, it hisses, a hint of laughter creeping into its voice. You will be forged in fire, baptized in pain. You will be reborn. Never, she spits defiantly. Never, never is a long, long time. They respond with a wide smile evident in their voice. I was chosen to once upon a time. I refuse to recognize my place in the world, in the order, in the war. Silence, punctuated by low sobs from the girl on the altar. The figure in the blue robes continues. Time, pain, and truth force me into what I am. You will walk that same path, and you will learn. Take her! They bark, and the other robed figures drag the young girl away, kicking and screaming and biting. The figure in blue robes looks across the cavern at the acolytes dragging the girl away, nods to itself and whispers, "I am the dragon snake. You are the dragon's wolf. All that is left is the dragon scorpion." For an instant, Orixiam, you swear the figure in the blue robes locks eyes with you as you float to the side of it. And although the face is obscured by shadow, you do manage to make out the eyes. Eyes with a huge iris and vertical pupil, like that of a snake or a dragon. Suddenly, you're snatched from the chamber and your essence shoots across the continent, back to the chill of the mountains, where you awake with a start, your breath before you in the air as you draw in ragged gasps, the sweat in your body turning cold in the mountain climate. All is well.